We're ready to go. And good morning and welcome to Zaleski Sports. And this morning, a little overcast morning, and we are here at Safford Field. Originally, this contest was to be played at Hackman Field, but because of the rain we've had the last couple days, we've had to move it to Safford Field. And Safford Field, located on the campus of Marshfield High School, and all-turf infield. So it's great to have an all-turf because you don't have to have the puddles or anything. And so we're going to have a ball game here this morning, and a big key ball game in the Clover Belt Conference, as the Loyal Greyhounds, coming in with a 4-0 conference record, 7-0 overall, and taking on the Columbus Catholic Dons. And a key ball game for the Columbus Catholic Dons, as they are 3-2 in conference, 9-3 overall. They are just coming off a loss against Neillsville, and that was a 6-2 ball game. And Columbus coming up this coming week, a very, very tough schedule, as on Monday they will take on Loyal again. On Tuesday they go to Gilman. On Thursday they're at home against Gilman, and then on Friday they are making up a game with the Neillsville Granton Ball Club. So very tough schedule here with two contenders in here with Loyal and Columbus. Standings right now in the Clover Belt Conference, Neillsville Granton leading the way at 5-0, 6-3 overall. Loyal is 4-0, 7-0 overall. Columbus Catholic Dons are 3-2 in conference, 9-3 overall. Gilman 3-2 and 7-5 overall. Spencer 3-3, 6-4 overall, as they're on a kind of downhill slide. Columbus broke their Spencer's winning streak, as they were undefeated at 5-0 until Columbus Catholic beat them. Owen Withy Thorpe is 0-5, 0-6 overall, and Greenwood 0-6 in conference and 0-8 overall. And I think we're going to have a dandy here, as it is a key ball game for both ball clubs, as a loss here would move Loyal a game back, and Columbus, they would actually be, if they lose, would be 3 games in the loss column behind the Neillsville Granton War Dogs over there. So it is a very, very key ball game for the Columbus Dons. Starting lineups. And our pregame show is brought to you by Culligan Water, specializes in all your water softener, drinking water, and water filtration systems. You can count on Culligan to keep your water pure and healthy with unparalleled service and convenient delivery options. And the starting lineup for the Loyal Greyhounds. Leading off and playing second base, Adam Kautzer. Batting second and playing third base, Kane Tofar. Batting third, the shortstop, Rhett Lamovic. Batting in the cleanup spot and DHing for Reed Stiglitz, who's playing center field, is Colton Sandelier. Batting fifth and playing first base, Hunter Walter. Batting sixth and catching, Trin Scheel. Batting seventh, the right fielder, Jonas Verix. Batting eighth and pitching today for the Greyhounds, Andy Petkovsik. And batting ninth and playing left field, Rogan Ashback. For the Columbus Catholic Dons, as I mentioned, coming in with a 9-3 overall record, 3-2 in conference. Leading off and pitching for the Dons will be Carson Erickson. This will be his 4th appearance on the season. He has struck out 17, walked 8, and he has a 3-0 record. And batting second and playing first base, Mac Konieczny. Batting third and playing shortstop, Carter Summer. Batting in the cleanup spot and catching, Ray Becker. Batting fifth and playing third base, Rocco Mayer. And batting sixth, the left fielder, Brock Whelan. Batting seventh and playing second base, Daxton Wenzel. Batting eighth, Vikram Sinha and playing right field. And batting ninth and playing center field, Drew Lang. And at this time, we are going to have our national anthem. Does your roof need attention? Call Seamless Commercial Roofing in Marshfield today. They are your hail damage experts, and they serve all of central Wisconsin with both residential and commercial roofing. Get a free estimate at Seamless Commercial Roofing. And as the sun is popping in and out here, game time temperature is right around the 50-degree mark. We're supposed to hit near 60 today, 70s next week. Great baseball weather. I think spring is just around the corner here, and it'll be great because we've had a lot of wet weather this year, and a lot of games have been postponed. I know Columbus has had 3 of them postponed, and the sun is shining out now, shining onto my table here, and a very bright table here it is, but we'll get through this. But warming up right now for the Columbus Catholic Dons is pitcher Carson Erickson. As I mentioned, Erickson coming into this contest with a 3-0 record. This is his 4th appearance on the season. He's got a high of 8 strikeouts this season, and he's been pretty consistent. His ball games of walks was 3, 2, and 3. The longest he went, there was 2 games that he went 5 innings in. The other one he came in was actually a 10-run game. He pitched 3 innings in that contest. So as the Dons have used 7 pitchers this year, and they're going to pretty much need them all. As I mentioned, they have a very, very busy schedule this coming week. Leading off for the Loyal Greyhounds will be the second baseman, Adam Kautzer. As Loyal has quite a few kids coming back from last year. And a first pitch, a fastball, catches the outside corner for strike 1 from Carson Eckes. Eckes getting the sign, and from the windup, and the pitch, and heading foul and out of play down the left field side, 0-2 count. Last year's all-conference teams, of course, Columbus losing Emmett Konechny, who was the player of the year last year in the Clover Bell Conference. And the pitch, and knocked down nicely by Becker, working behind the plate today for Carson Eckes. Eckes getting a sign from Becker, and the pitch. And just missed inside. As got off that first team was Mac Konechny as a freshman last year. Mac playing first base today for the Dons. He is pretty much their number 1 ace pitcher. And a swing and a miss going down for a strike out. That's X's first. As coming to the plate now will be third baseman Kane Tofar. Last year, Tofar, as a sophomore, was a first-team all-conference, along with Trin Shield, the catcher for the Loyal Greyhounds. And also on this Loyal Ball Club from last year is Rhett Lamovic, as a freshman last year, was second team. And Sandelier, as a sophomore, was a second-team all-conference last year. And Hunter Walter was an honorable mention. So all underclassmen, so they've got one more year with this Loyal Ball Club. And Coach Montalvo doing a very nice job. Ground ball to short as Summer picks it up and makes a nice scoop over there by Matt Konechny for out number 2. And now batting is the third number 3 hitter, the shortstop, Rhett Lamovic, as they have a lot of young players on this Loyal Greyhound team, and as they're out to a wonderful 7-0 start. First pitch comes in high and inside, ball 1. And pretty much the same thing with Columbus. Columbus with a lot of underclassmen that made that all-conference teams last year, so great program with both of these. Last year, Loyal just played a little over 500 ball last year, and of course Columbus taking the conference last year. And next pitch up high for ball 2. 2-0 with 2 down here in the top of the first inning. We're at Safford Field here on the campus of Marshfield High School. As Eckes gets the sign from Becker and catching the outside corner for strike 1. 3-1 count now on the third baseman, Kane Tofar. Rhett Lamovic, now the batter. And ground ball down to third. And it's a fair ball. And Rhett beats it out for an infield hit. Just a slow chopper down the third base line. And so Loyal gets a runner on. And bringing up the designated hitter, Colton Sandelier, an all-conference basketball player for the Loyal Greyhounds. Loyal basketball team having a great season under Coach DeSmit. I remember when Coach DeSmit umpired for me when I was running the Varsho League many years back. So Coach DeSmit and I go way, way back. In fact, I had his father as a Phi Ed teacher at junior high. And Jerry, just a wonderful man. Eckes with a breaking ball and a swing and a miss by Sandelier. Count now 1-2 on Sandelier with 2 down here in the top of the first inning. Marginal lead over at first by Lemovic. And Lemovic taking off. And a swing and a miss. And strike 3. And that's the second strikeout by Eckes of the inning. So the Greyhounds in the first inning come up with no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left. And after a half inning of play, it's the Loyal Greyhounds, nothing. And the Columbus Catholic Dons coming to bat. And you're watching Clover Belt Conference Baseball here on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
Nuts Deep 2, a Marshfield favorite for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Soup, salad, pizza, omelets, sandwiches, wraps, and burgers. How about appetizers like loaded tots and super nuts nachos? 14 large TVs to watch all your favorite games. Plus, entertainment and event space for groups large and small for your upcoming parties. Nuts Deep 2 again, awarded Best Burgers and Fish Fry in Marshfield. Nuts Deep 2 on South Central Avenue in Marshfield and Nuts Deep 2 North in Spencer.
At the Granite Shop, we take great pride in what we do. We offer high-quality natural stone granite as well as a huge selection of man-made stone. With full slabs as well as a variety of partial remnants, you'll have no problem finding the stone that was meant for you. Our high-end, high-quality granite, quartz, and marble is perfect for any kitchen, bathroom, or remodel need. We are locally owned and
And we're back here at Safford Field on the campus of Marshfield High School. Put more spring in your step at Blues Hair Studio in Marshfield. Get your locks cut, colored, styled, and looking fresh as spring temperatures heat up. Blues Hair Studio is open Monday through Friday with appointment times to match your schedule. Get an online appointment at blueshairstudio.com. As the sun is trying to beat out here, I've got my sunglasses on. Haven't used those in about 3 days. And going to be using them quite a bit next week as we're supposed to get some sunny weather and 70s next week. And leading off for the Columbus Catholic Dons, the pitcher, Carson Eckes. The pitcher for the Dons. Left-handed hitter. As I mentioned, 3-0 on the season. Great pitching staff by the Dons. First pitch comes in tight to Eckes for ball 1. And next pitch, low and inside for ball 2. Columbus Catholic Dons, last year's Clover Belt champions. And it's kind of been a battle between Neillsville and Columbus the last 4 years. And this is another, so we can really say 5. And Loyal is in the bunch also. Next pitch comes right at the knees for strike 1 to Eckes. Last year, the Dons taking the Clover Belt Conference. Back in 23, it was Neillsville. In 22, it was Columbus, the year they went to state. And in 21, Neillsville took conference. And in 20, it was COVID year. Next pitch, call strike, 2-2 count on Eckes, the leadoff hitter for the Dons. As Petkovsik gets the sign from Shield, and the windup, and the pitch. And fouling it off and staying alive with a 2-2 count for Eckes. And then back in 2019 was the Greenwood Indians. And Greenwood, a very, very young ball club, and has had problems the last 2.5, 3 seasons with their program over there. And like I said, it's a very young ball club. Right now they are on a 40-game losing streak, and the last time they won was actually against Loyal back in 22. And so working a walk is Carson Eckes, as the Dons get leadoff hitter on base, bringing up first baseman Matt Konieczny, and first team all-conference selection last year as a freshman. Outstanding basketball player for the Dons also. And his dad's not a bad coach either. So he's done a pretty good job there at Columbus over the years. And hit by a pitch as Konieczny gets on. And bringing up Carter Summer, the shortstop. Now the Dons with runners at first and second now. Threatening here in the bottom of the first inning. And then back in 2018, Gilman won the conference. Then in 2017, Greenwood and Neillsville tied. In 2016, it was the Loyal Greyhounds. 2015, Neillsville and Spencer, and then Neillsville in 13 and 14. So Neillsville has dominated this Clover Belt Conference pretty much. So a pop-up out to center field, and making the catch is Reed Stiglitz, as Stiglitz gets the ball in right away, and Eckes decides, well, we better not go. Otherwise, Stiglitz will gun me down. And so Eckes still at first, Konieczny at second, and Konieczny at first with one down here, and bringing up Ray Becker, the catcher. And first pitch, a swing and a miss on a breaking ball. The wind at about 7-8 miles per hour, not really a factor. If any, it's heading out to left field. From the stretch. And the pitch. And a breaking ball down low. Blocked nicely by Shield. 1-1 count on the cleanup hitter, Ray Becker, catcher for the Dons. In the on-deck circle is Maher, the third baseman. And a shot back up the middle. And stepping on the bag. And Taylor made double play as perfect. Two-hopper to shortstop Lamovic. Movic stepping on the bag and tossing over to Walter for unassisted 6-3 double play. So the Dons, who threatened early here in the first inning, come up short as Becker hits into a double play. And after one inning of play, we have no score. And you're watching Clover Belt Baseball here on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
At the Granite Shop, we take great pride in what we do. We offer high-quality natural stone granite, as well as a huge selection of man-made stone. With full slabs as well as a variety of partial remnants, you'll have no problem finding the stone that was meant for you. Our high-end, high-quality granite, quartz, and marble is perfect for any kitchen, bathroom, or remodel need. We are locally owned and operated on County Road C near Stratford. We service all of Wisconsin.
Partners Bank, better together.
We know how a bank should be at Partners Bank. Banking should be easier. Treating our customers as valued and important. Services should be better with online and mobile banking and locations close to where you live and work. Loans should be quicker, and we make all decisions locally with years of experience helping people with their financing needs. Partners Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
Partners Bank, better together.
And we're back here at Safford Field and Mike Steinwagner here, along with Ruthie. Ruthie's producing for me today, and we'll be together next Monday also, as we will be doing a Marshall Senior High School softball game just across the street next week. So we're going to tell you a little bit about Stevens Point Orthopedics, proudly providing the Central Wisconsin community with orthopedic, sports, medicine, spine, and physical therapy services. Stevens Point Orthopedics, world-class treatment, hometown care. And coming up for the Loyal Greyhounds here in the top of the second inning is first baseman Hunter Walter. As a first pitch, fastball catches the outside corner for a call, strike one. The two coaches for these two clubs, Jared Krasselt, former senior high, ground ball to third, backhands, throws over to first in time as a great backhand by Maher, and gets it over to Mack over at first for out number one. So one down here as
catcher Trin Shield.
Hunter Walter takes that second pitch and bounces out to the third baseman. Bringing up the catcher, Trin Shell, as Trin was first team all-conference last year. Catcher for the Loyal Greyhounds. Jared Krassel is in his fifth season, former Marshville Senior High standout, and he's got an overall record of 84-44 coaching here at Columbus. And coaching the Loyal Greyhounds is Randy Montalvo, as he's in his fourth season with an overall record of 25-38, but in the last 1.5 seasons, he's 17-8. So he's turning this program around, and as I mentioned, Loyal has a lot of underclassmen coming back next season. So Loyal's baseball program looking very good. Swing and a miss for strike two to Trin Shield. 2-2 count with one down here in the top of the second inning from Safford Field. And a swing and a miss, and tossed down to first to Konieczny for out number two. And that is the third strikeout by Columbus Dons, and that's Jamie Wenzel. Strikeout, call Jamie Wenzel at Surf Pro for the number one choice in cleanup and restoration. Surf Pro, like it never happened. Eckes getting the sign from Becker, and just missing the outside corner for ball one. As Eckes now has 3 strikeouts on the day. Breaking ball upstairs for ball two. As I mentioned earlier, season high for Carson is 8 strikeouts. He's got 17 coming into this contest. He's got 20 now on the season. And ball 4 as Virks works the walk and gets on base for the Loyal Greyhounds, bringing up the pitcher, Andy Petkovsik. Loyal Greyhounds 7-0 this year, as they have received honorable mention on the coaches poll, and a call, strike one. As the coaches poll actually came out just this last week, the first one, and a few teams from Central Wisconsin on that poll. And let's see here. Well, you can't use that one. That's the softball one. Eckes from the stretch. And the pitch. Upstairs. Snap throw down to first and bounces away from Konieczny, but not far enough for the runner to advance. As Loyal has received honorable mention along with Rib Lake and Edgar and Rochelt. And a ground ball, foul. Count goes to 2-2. Now to Andy Petkovsik. And Columbus Catholic, before that loss with Neilsville, is ranked number 9 in the Division IV poll. And just missing upstairs Full count, 3-2. Traveling time for Vierix at first. And the pitch. And a dead ball as he got hit by a pitch.
Rohit Ashbeck.
So now we have runners at first and second for the Greyhounds here in the top of the second inning, and bringing up the left fielder, Rogan Ashbeck. As the poll coming out this last week, as I mentioned, the only team in our area was DC Everest receiving an honorable mention. Nobody really in Division 2. In Division 3, Stratford was ranked number 6, and Wittenberg-Burneywood was ranked 12th. Auburndale received honorable mention, but I'm thinking they are going to rise after beating Stratford this last week 2-0 in an outstanding ball game. And foul ball, and whoa, almost hit Kautzer in the on-deck circle over there as he had to do a little dance. But, yeah, a great ball game with Stratford and Auburndale. And those two teams will now meet on Friday, and we will have that on Zaleski Sports. I'll be over there doing the play-by-play of that contest on Friday afternoon. And a wild pitch as runners will advance. So now Loyal with runners at second and third here in the top of the second inning. And in Division 4, Pacelli is ranked number 4, Pittsville number 6, and as I mentioned, Columbus Catholic is ranked number 9 in that latest poll. So, and strike 3 gets Ashbeck as Loyal leaves 2 runners stranded in scoring position, and with a walk and a hit batsman. So after an inning and a half, we still have no score here from Safford Field. And you are watching Cloverbelt Conference Baseball on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
Wondering what to feed your team after work, the game, or this weekend? Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield has tasty char-broiled burgers for any hungry appetite. From the classic hamburger to the famous Chips Champ and everything in between. Check out our daily specials. Stop inside to enjoy your meal with comfortable seating. See Chips' complete menu of burgers, hot ham and cheese, hot beef, chicken and fish, fries, rings, curds, and ice cream, all served year-round. In a hurry? Same great menu in the drive-thru. Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield. Be a champ and have a chipperific day.
Hi, I'm Shai from Next Step Prosthetics. 5 years ago, we opened our practice to provide life-changing prosthetics that are both comfortable and functional.
I would definitely recommend Shai.
Shai is very compassionate, caring.
We've grown to serve patients throughout Wisconsin. We want to thank them, their families, and providers who have trusted us on their journey.
Go to Next Step, because it's going to change your life.
Why wait another day? Call to set up a free, no-obligation evaluation. Let us take the next step together towards a better life.
And we are back here at Safford Field for Cloverbelt Conference Baseball. We have no score with the Columbus Catholic Dons and the Loyal Greyhounds. And Rocco Maher now batting, the third baseman. Made a great play earlier in the ball game. And first pitch way outside, ball 1. Quality Auto Body and Framework since 1952. If you have an accident, call Mackey's 2024 Small Business of the Year and give you a free estimate. Call Art's Body Shop on South Central Avenue in Marshfield. And next pitch, low and away. Ball 2. Mutual Wausau Insurance, protecting homes, farms, and businesses since 1875. Visit mutualofwausau.com to find an agent. And a ground ball just off the glove of the pitcher and thrown wild. And an infield hit for Maher.
Brock Whelan.
And bringing up the left fielder, Brock Whelan, for the Dons, as the Dons get their another leadoff hitter on base. Let's see if they have a little more success than they did last inning. And the first pitch right at the knees for a call strike to Brock Whelan. As the Dons wearing a pinstripe blue uniforms, white lettering. And a fly ball to short right field coming in. And bounces to the second baseman, Kautzer, as he fires over to Lamovic for out number 1. As the runner had to hold up, he didn't know if it was going to be caught, so it was an easy put out for the Loyal Greyhounds, as Whelan is on board with a fielder's choice, bringing up the second baseman, Daxton Wenzel. As Pekovsik from the stretch, ground ball to short, flips to second for 1, and out at first for a double play. Taylor made double play, back-to-back double plays for the Loyal Greyhounds as they show their defenses there today. So after 2 innings of play, we have no score here from Safford Field in Marshfield. And you're watching Cloverbelt Baseball on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
Founded in 2011, Marshfield Fast Pitch is a competitive fast pitch softball club. Players range in age from 7 to 18 years old. They consist of girls from central Wisconsin and headquartered in Marshfield. Throughout the year, teams compete in tournaments locally, around the state, and nationally. During the winter, practices, lessons, and clinics are held at our indoor facility. Marshfield Fast Pitch specializes in player physical and mental development with the hope of making a big impact on their team. Visit our website at marshfieldfastpitch.com.
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, how can I help you?
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken has been voted best pizza in Marshfield 16 years in a row. Scotty's Pizza and Chicken is ready for your call now. Choose drunken chicken, BLT, Western, mac and cheese, sweet chili chicken, and more. Plus, Scotty's has broasted chicken, fish sandwiches, salads, and desserts. Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, 715-384-8118 and scottyspizza.com.
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, how can I help you?
Leading off for the Hounds here in the top of the third inning, the leadoff hitter, the second baseman, Adam Kautzer, as Adam struck out back in the first inning. At Stratford Plumbing and Heating, your comfort and convenience is their top priority. They service all brands and do complete furnace and air conditioning installation, providing professional service to Stratford, Marshfield, and the surrounding areas. Call Stratford Plumbing and Heating today, your home comfort experts. As the next pitch comes in for a ball, 2-0 count. And next pitch comes in, catches the outside corner to Kautzer for call strike 1. 2-1 count here in the top of the third inning. Very fast-paced ball game. Outside. This one here is moving about as fast as the one I had on Tuesday over at Athletic Park with Stratford and Auburndale. But a great pitching duel between those two teams, and a great pitching duel here as Eckes walks his second batter of the contest. Bringing up the third baseman, Kane Tofar. Tofar grounded out to the shortstop back in the first inning. And the first pitch right down Main Street for a call, strike 1. Thanks to our game day sponsors, Woodfield Inn and Suites, Rem's Funeral Home, and G&D Wood Products. I'd like to thank all of our sponsors as Kautzer was taking off, and fouling off the pitch is Tofar. Guys, she'll remember prom for the rest of her life. Make sure your prom flowers are the best of the best from Hefco Floral Company in Patriots Tower, downtown Marshfield. And a ground ball over to third, and foul ball as one of the coaches heading down to get that foul ball. Count remains 0-2 to Kane Tofar. Kautzer at first for the Loyal Greyhounds as they get their leadoff hitter on. And a throw over to first and back in time. As Tofar gets set in the batter's box with a 0-2 count. And a ground ball to short, over to second for one, and over to first, not in time. As it was kind of a slow roller, hard to turn two on that one, but Dons do get the leadoff hitter at second base for out number one. And Tofar on with a fielder's choice, bringing up shortstop. And Jared Kressel coming out to discuss the play at second. I thought they had him. And we're wondering what the call is now here, as they're saying they're saying he was not on the bag at second, as Wenzel was not on the bag, so this is why I put it in pencil. And so the Greyhounds now have runners at first and second. And a shot down the third base line, just foul. As the play that Carter Summer had looked like an easy toss to second, but they're saying that Wenzel was not on the bag for the force out at second. And the next pitch comes down, gets by, and he's going to be out at third as the runner at first kind of took off, and I think he forgot the runner was at second and forced Kautzer to go, and it wasn't even close as Becker threw the perfect strike down to Maher at third for out number one. So the Dons do get that out back. So go 2-5 on the throwout. And advancing to second was Kane Tofar, as Tofar kind of a base running mistake there, not really knowing what the runner at second was going to do. Next pitch comes in, it's a wild pitch, and Tofar will go into third standing up. So a wild pitch by Carson Eckes, with one down here as the Loyal Greyhounds threatening in the top of the third inning. And as I mentioned, a key ball game for the Columbus Dons, with a loss here would give them 3 losses in the conference, and put them at 3-3 and 9-4 overall. Next pitch comes in, a call strike for strike 2. Full count now on the batter, Rhett Lamovic. As Neilsville sits on top of the conference with a 5-0 record. And a foul ball, and lands up hitting the first base coach down there, and he says, well, I'm okay. Trying to do a little dance down there, but couldn't get away fast enough, and caught him in the right leg. But he seems to be okay down there. As Matt goes out to talk to his teammate Carson Eckes. Eckes getting the sign from Becker. And the pitch. And a ground ball to short. And they're coming home with it. And it gets away on a throwing error, and going to second is Lamovic. As Lamovic will get on with a fielder's choice. And a throwing error on the shortstop. Scores a run as Tofar broke for home plate from the crack of the bat. And Lamovic advances to second on that throwing error. So with one down and a runner at second, the Loyal Greyhounds get on the board first, leading 1-0 here in the third. And taking the first pitch for a call strike is Colton Sandelier, the DH, as his pitch hits the inside corner for a call strike. Eckes from the stretch, swinging him as he fouls it off. 0-2 count. to the designated hitter, Sandelier. Eckes from the stretch. And the pitch. And bounces in front of home plate. And another wild pitch will advance Lamovic to third. As the Loyal Greyhounds taking advantage of the wild pitches, both wild pitches that Eckes has had now here in the third inning, had runners advancing to third as Sandelier fouls it off. Count remains 1-2. As the umpire is getting more baseballs here. 1-2 count. As so far in the contest here, Eckes has had 3 wild pitches in this contest. And pitch bounces in front of home plate. And a 2-2 count to Sandelier. Loyal coming into this contest, 4-0 in conference, 7-0 overall. Next pitch, ground ball down to third, and a rope, and another run scores as Maher tried to backhand that. And it was a shot down the third base line. We'll give him an infield single on that and an RBI. As the Loyal Greyhounds get their second run here in the third inning to take a 2-0 lead over the Columbus Catholic Dons. Pitch low and outside, ball one to Hunter Walter, the first baseman. Hunter grounded out to the third baseman back in the second inning. Eckes from the stretch, and the pitch. Just outside for ball two. One down here in the top of the third inning. And a pitch right down Main Street as Walter takes a look. As I mentioned, a very key ball game for the Dons. Eckes from the stretch. And the pitch. And a ground ball to Maher at third. Throws over to first, and one hopper to Konechny for out number 2. And Sandelier advancing to second on the play. So 2 down here in the top of the third inning. And Loyal leading 2-0. And bringing up catcher Tren Scheel as Tren struck out back in the second inning. And first pitch comes in for ball one. We've got 2 down here in the top of the third inning. As Wenzel holding the runner on his second, ground ball in the hole and could score a run. And rounding third and heading home is Sandelier, as Sandelier will put the third run on the board for the Loyal Greyhounds. An RBI single by Tren Scheel puts the Loyal up 3-0 here in the top of the third inning. And coming into courtesy run is number 9. And a wild pitch will advance a courtesy runner. Well, I'm looking to see where I've left my starting lineups, but they're down on the other end. And we've got a 2-0 count. As Loyal coming up with 3 runs here in the top of the third inning and a runner at scoring position now. And next pitch catches the inside corner for a call strike. 2-1 with 2 down. Eckes from the stretch. And a shot in the hole. And could score another run, rounding third. And scoring for the Loyal Greyhounds to make it 4-0. on a big base hit by Virks.
Andy Petkovic.
As the Loyal Greyhounds have come up with 3 big hits here in the third inning, and courtesy of also 3 wild pitches. And first pitch down low, bounces away from Becker, but not far enough for Virks to advance. Eckes from the stretch, and the pitch, and a breaking ball. Catches the inside corner for a call strike. 1-1 count to pitcher Andy Petkovsik. Could help his own cause right here. Loyal Greyhounds out on top, 4-0. And going and getting a stolen base is Virks as he gets in the scoring position. That is the first stolen base for the Loyal Greyhounds today. Actually, the first stolen base in this contest. As Loyal with a base hit could do a little more damage here. And for strike 3, and that will do it for the Loyal Greyhounds here in the top of the third inning as they come up with 4 runs on 3 hits, 3 wild pitches, and 1 man left. And so after 2.5 innings of play, it's the Greyhounds of Loyal 4 and the Columbus Catholic Dons nothing here on Zaleski Sports. And you're watching Clover Belt Conference Baseball here on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
Welcome to Bruce Orthodontics, where we provide comprehensive orthodontic care to patients of all ages. We are now accepting new patients, and we accept most insurances.
Orthodontics is much more than just a job to me. It is my passion and my life. What separates us from other orthodontists is constant continuing education for myself and my staff, compassion, and dedication. Here at Bruce Orthodontics, we change lives one smile at a time. I'd love the opportunity to meet you and transform your smile.
Call us to set up your free consultation today.
Hey everybody, Nat over at Wheeler Chevrolet GMC, and I am standing in our all-new Express Lane. Open now, no appointment necessary. Stop on in and get things like oil changes, filters, quick lubes. No appointment necessary. See you soon.
Sternweiss & Sons, Ready Mix and Block Plant of Marshfield, now hiring boom truck and concrete truck drivers. Be home every night and work from the hometown team at Sternweiss & Sons. If it's time for you to make a change, apply today at the Wren Road Ready Mix location, located right across the street from MCC. Hopefully I'll be able to get out there and play some golf maybe in this next week here. The weather's supposed to be nice. And I'll drive right by Sternweiss & Sons of Marshfield. And leading off for the Dons here in the bottom of the third inning, trailing 4-0, is right fielder Vikram Sinha. And first pitch bounced about 3.5 feet in front of home plate. Delivery by Petkovsik for ball 1. Pesafik getting the sign, and a breaking ball. Swing and a miss by Sinha for strike 1. 1-1 count here in the bottom of the third inning. Wind up and the pitch by Andy. And a curveball upstairs, swing and a miss for strike 2. As Andy does not have a strikeout yet in this contest. He has hit a batter, but the double play has gotten the Loyal Greyhounds out of trouble in both innings, as it ended in the first inning on a unassisted 6 and then 6-3 double play. And a ground ball to Hopper, the shortstop. Throw over to first in time as Lamovic takes it on 2 hops and throws over to Hunter Walter at first for out number 1. And bringing up the center fielder, Drew Lang for the Dons, batting in the number 9 spot. First Choice Credit Union of Marshfield serves Anyone who lives or works in Wood, Marathon, Clark, or Portage counties, make First Choice Credit Union your first choice for loans. Andy from the windup, and a breaking ball way upstairs for ball one. Get fresh meats and cheeses every day and let them cater your next event. Smith Brothers Meats in Colby, open Monday through Friday, 8 to 6, and Saturdays, 8 to 4. In fact, I'll be driving right by Smith Brothers as this afternoon after ball game. I'll be heading up to Stanley for my grandson's birthday party. So son will be coming out. It'll be a nice drive to go up to Stanley to see my grandkids up there. So nice day for a drive. Andy with the pitch and a call strike right on the outside corner. 1-2 count now to the number 9 hitter, center fielder Drew Lang. From the windup and the pitch, down low, ball 2. And the windup and the pitch, swing and a miss. Strike 3, and that's the first strikeout for Andy here in the contest. And back to the top of the batting order, the pitcher, Carson Eckes, as he reached on a base hit back in the first inning. And Columbus has 2 hits in the contest so far, as Maher and Eckes both have hits for the Columbus Dons. And Loyal has 4 hits in the contest. Loyal has left 4 runners on base. Columbus has not left 1 runner on base, as Eckes was left stranded on that double play that ended the first inning. And a swing and a miss by Carson. 2-2 count with 2 down here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. As the clouds have covering the sun again. But when the sun does come out, it's nice and warm. And pitch upstairs, ball 1, 1-2. As the Loyal Greyhounds will be busy this coming week also, as they'll be on the road for a game. And next pitch, just missing that outside corner. 2-2 count. But Kofsik gets the sign from Scheel. And the pitch. And fouling off, staying alive at 2-2. As Monday, Loyal will take on Columbus over at Loyal. And then Loyal will travel on Tuesday to take on the Owen Withy Thorpe Ball Club. And on Thursday, they'll play Owen Withy Thorpe also. So 3 big conference games coming up this coming week. And next pitch is breaking ball up high for ball 3. 3-2 with 2 down. So they've got 3 big conference games coming up next week. And the pitch. And fouled out of play. And staying alive is Carson Eckes. Carson, number 2 pitcher on this Dons team. As I mentioned, Columbus will be very, very busy next week with 4 ball games next week. And a call, strike 3, got caught looking as Eckes gets called out on strikes. The second strikeout for Kofsik. So the Dons go 1-2-3 here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. And after 3 innings of play, it's the Loyal Greyhounds 4 and the Columbus Catholic Dons nothing. And you're watching Clover Belt Conference Baseball here on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
Take your valuable possessions from outdoors to indoors with help from ShedsDelivered.com. It's your one-stop shop for sheds, barns, cabins, garages, greenhouses, chicken coops, and hunting blinds, all crafted by skilled Amish artisans. Headquartered in Loyal, Rod and April make it easy. Just visit ShedsDelivered.com to design your perfect structure. With short lead times and free delivery and installation, Sheds Delivered is the smart choice for outdoor storage. That's ShedsDelivered.com. Go today.
What do you like most about Columbus Catholic Schools?
Amazing teachers, because they're funny and nice.
It's the small classroom sizes.
Because it teaches us to be kind.
We invite you to check out Columbus Catholic Schools and see for yourself why our students like it here. That if you really want your student to attend Columbus Catholic Schools, we will work with you as much as possible to make that reality. Contact us at 715-387-1177 or admissions@columbusdons.org for more information.
And we're back here at Safford Field, and we've got a couple other games going on today on the network. Besides this contest, we've got Hamilton against Milwaukee. That started at 10 o'clock this morning. That might be just about over with. But also, if you want to watch a little baseball on Zaleski Sports, the first game also of a doubleheader, Chi High, Chippewa Falls is taking on Spash at Spash in a doubleheader. That started at the same time we did, 11 o'clock. And then at 2 o'clock, those two teams will go at it again, most likely from Bucco Park in Stevens Point. So after you get done watching us, you can watch Spash and Chi High on Zaleski Sports. And the first pitch comes into Rogan Ashbeck, the left fielder, for a call strike, as Rogan struck out back in the second inning. Yeah, we've got 10 games coming on the network next Monday, and on Tuesday we've got another 11. Ground ball to short, long throw, and way over the head, and sliding into first and knocking down Mack as he calls time, as Ashbeck wants to see if Mack's okay. And a long throw. He was pretty deep in the hole. I'm not sure what we're going to... Joel, what are you going to give him down there? E6. They're going to give him an air on that. As you can hear the sirens in the background, we have the fire trucks going somewhere. And throw back over to first to get Ashbeck, but Ashbeck's back in plenty of time. Ashbeck with only about a 2.5-step lead. And the first pitch inside for ball one to the leadoff hitter, Adam Kautzer. This is Kautzer's third appearance in the contest, as he struck out in the first and walked in the third, and was thrown out trying to steal. As there was a miscommunication between Tofar and Kautzer on that play. And next pitch, call strike. 2-1 count to to Adam Kautzer. Eckes from the stretch. And as Sommer is now pitching for the Dons, as ball four. Actually, when I umpired years ago, umpires always gave the people up in the box that, what the changes were. Nowadays, umpires just do not do that. And actually now pitching is Carson Sommer. And I'm thinking that Eckes went to short. And Carter Sommer now talking with his catcher over signs. Yeah, Eckes is now playing short for the Dons. And we have runners at first and second for the Loyal Greyhounds. And a call strike. And we have a 1-1 count on Kane Tofar. Kane is grounded out to short and reached on a fielder's choice back in the third inning. And a check swing, ball, and appeal, and the base umpire says no, that Kane did not go around. So 2-1 count on Kane Tofar here in the top of the fourth inning for the Loyal Greyhounds. Sommer from the stretch and bounces in front. And again, lack of communication. And throwing over to third and out. As Kautzer got confused and he decided to take off and must have forgot there was a runner at second. And Ashbeck gets gunned down. And so that would actually go 1-2 to 3-5. And walking is Tofar. And now we have runners at first and second as Sommer walks his second batter of the inning here. And fouling back and coming right back at us and catches the bar for strike one. We are in the top of the fourth inning here at Safford Field, and Loyal leading 4-0 with runners at first and second with one down. And Carson Sommer in relief. And next pitch outside for ball one. Sommer gets the sign from Becker. And the pitch. And a shot over the shortstop's head. And making a nice play out in left field. And a run scores is Kautzer on that base hit by Lamovic. And Lamovic will get an RBI here in the fourth inning to give Loyal a 5-0 lead. As a shot over the shortstop's head and cutting it off out in left field was Whelan, as that ball could have gone all the way to the wall. And now with runners at the corners and one down and a throw over to first and back in plenty of time is Lamovic. From the stretch, Sommer outside and standing up is Lamovic with a stolen base as Becker does not throw down. He's worried about that runner at third. So 2 runners in scoring position here and Loyal leading 5-0 from the stretch. And the pitch outside for ball one. 2-0 count now. And Colton Sandelier, 1 for 2 on the day, struck out in the first. And an RBI single back in the third. 3-0 count. And next pitch comes in, ball, and loads the bases. So one down here in the top of the fourth inning. And coming out to talk to his pitcher is Jared Kressel, as Sommer is making his sixth appearance on the season, and he had only walked one batter in those first 5 appearances and struck out 16 and has a 1-1 record on the season. But seems has no control here in the top of the fourth inning, as he has walked now 3 batters in the fourth inning here, as Coach Kressel now heads back to the dugout. And Mack heads back to first. Coming back behind the plate is Ray Becker. And second and third playing, second and short playing a double play depth while the corners are up for the Dons. And the first pitch comes in, ball 1 to Hunter Walter, who has grounded out to third both times, back in the second and the third inning. Sommer down low. 2-1 count for the big right-hander. And no place to put him, as the Greyhounds have the bases loaded. And breaking ball high for ball 3, 3-1. From the stretch, and the pitch, and fouling it off is Hunter Walter, as he works the count to 3-2 with 1 down here in the top of the fourth inning. We're going along very smoothly in the first 2 innings here, but now the Greyhounds have gotten their bats hot and put up 5 runs in this contest. And ball 4, and walks in a run. And gets an RBI and makes the contest now 6-0, Loyal. And coming up to the plate is the catcher, Trin Scheel, as he has an RBI single back in the third inning. First pitch comes in, ball 1. And the pitch. And a fly ball into the power alley. It should score 2 at least, maybe 3. And he's being waved in as Walter gets back to third and back to second as 2-run score on a 2-run double by Trin Scheel in the left center field power alley, and gives the Loyal Greyhounds an 8-0 lead here in the top of the fourth inning. And bringing in a courtesy runner. As Scheel comes up with a big 2-run double. And now runners at second and third for the Greyhounds here in the top of the fourth. And first pitch comes into John Verix for a call strike. Next pitch, calls strike. 1 down here in the top of the fourth. Verix has walked and a base hit, RBI base hit, and a fly ball out to center field in a power alley, and drops in there And you'd be going in with a double, an RBI double. Back-to-back doubles by the Loyal Greyhounds have now given them a 9-0 lead here against the Columbus Catholic Dons. And Shield advances to third on the play. And bring up Andy Pekosik. Andy has reached base on a hit by pitch and struck out back in the third. And a call strike with only one down here in the top of the fourth inning. And Loyal leading 9-0. Next pitch fouled off. First Choice Credit Union in Marshfield serves anyone who lives and works in Wood, Marathon, Clark, or Portage counties. Make First Choice Credit Union your first choice for loans. For expertise, honesty, and stellar service, look no further than Heritage Auto Body. Their team of professionals uses the latest technology and ensure that your vehicle comes back to you looking like new. They provide free estimates and work with your insurance company to make it easy for you. Heritage Auto Body on Heritage Drive in Marshfield, South Side. And Andy goes down swinging for out number 2. And that will bring up Rogan Ashbeck, who reached on an error to start this. This is the 10th batter that Sommer will have faced here in this contest, as Loyal has come up with 5 runs here and catching the outside corner for strike 2 is Rogan Ashbeck. Loyal with runners in scoring position, and a pop-up coming back and out of play. And the count will remain 0-2 to Rogan Ashbeck here in the top of the fourth inning, and Loyal leading 9-0. And a swing and a miss, strike 3, and that's a Jamie Wenzel strikeout. Call Jamie Wenzel for all your restoration work at Surf Pro like it never happened. And so the Loyal Greyhounds come up with 5 runs on only 3 hits, no errors, 4 walks, and 1 error, and 2 men left. And so after 3.5 innings of play, it's the Loyal Greyhounds 9 and the Columbus Catholic Dons 0. And you're watching Cloverbelt Conference Baseball here on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fure, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflateri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
The Sports Den, located on Marshfield's sunny south side since 1975. The Sports Den has the area's best selection of outdoor equipment. Find top brands of snowshoes, cross-country and downhill skis, snowboards, swimming equipment, skateboards, and more. The Sports Den has a full-service bike repair center along with top bike brands, Specialized, Trek, and others. The Sports Den is Central Wisconsin's Fat Bike headquarters. Visit the Sports Den in Marshfield Monday through Saturday and thesportsden.net.
And we're back here at Safford Field, and the first pitch came in for a ball to Mac Konieczny, as Mac got hit by a pitch back in the first inning. As Pekosik has a 9-0 lead here, and swing and a miss by Mac. Infinity Exteriors, installing peace of mind, roofing, siding, and windows built to last, saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors. We guarantee quality you can trust. And foul ball by Konechny, and 2-1 count. And we have, I think the umpire said, yes, a 2-2 count on the batter. Andy gets the sign from Shield. And breaking ball upstairs. No matter what your everyday life looks like, Fleet Farm has you covered at the best prices guaranteed. Auto, pet, bird, farm, snacks. Fleet Farm has everything you need, all at the lowest prices. That's Fleet Farm here in Marshfield. And a pop-up into the infield. And third baseman coming in, calls for it, and drops it. And an E5. As that is the first mistake first error that this defense has made for the Loyal Greyhounds. As defensive-wise, Loyal has been outstanding. They've turned 2 double plays. And pitching-wise, Andy has only given up 2 hits on the day. And another pop-up down the first base line and going over. And making the catch is Hunter Walter for out number 1. So 1 down here in the bottom of the 4th inning. And bringing up Carter Summer. Well, that was Carter Summer, I'm sorry. Bringing up Ray Becker, the catcher. And a curveball, ground ball to the shortstop. And got him with a great stretch by Hunter Walter over at first. A low throw from Lamovic, and Hunter Walter doing the splits over, then a great stretch for out number 3. So coming up with no runs for the Dons here in the bottom of the 4th inning, and the score is 9-0 Loyal. And you are watching Clover Belt Conference Baseball here on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
After a couple years of this, it's time for more money, more opportunity. That's where Midstate Technical College comes in. Got a passion for helping people? Maybe you like cars. Are you into science? Are you good with computers? No matter your
time to replace your old gutters, call Schwartz Seamless Gutters and protect your home with new seamless technology. No seams, no leaks. With free estimates in 2 days or less and workmanship guaranteed, our service is as seamless as our gutters.
And we're back as Loyal completes their 3rd double play in this contest. Great defense. We're going to tell you a little bit about Gross Buick of Marshfield. Buy your next vehicle from Gross Buick of Marshfield. Gross Buick is your home of a lifetime engine warranty on select vehicles, and they back all purchases with a full service department where you get a free courtesy car. That's Gross Buick of Marshfield. And coming up after the ball game, we'll have our Nasonville Dairy post-game show. Nasonville Dairy, where you can get those fresh cheese curds made daily. And some are still on the mound yet for the Dons, as they're going to stay with him, as Columbus has a big schedule this coming week, as they have 4 ball games this coming week. Second pitch comes in, catches the outside corner for a call strike. On the leadoff hitter, Adam Kautzer. Adam has walked twice and scored and struck out. Next pitch for a ball, 2-1. kind of a gloomy afternoon here at Safford Field, but really no wind, and a base hit between short and third, and Kautzer goes 1 for 2 so far on the day. His third time he's been on base. As Loyal threatening here, where the 10-run rule could come in effect in this contest. And coming to the plate, the third baseman, Kane Tofar, as Kane grounded out to the shortstop in the first, reached in a fielder's choice in the third and scored, and walked and scored in the fourth. When Loyal put up 4 runs in the third inning and 5 runs in the fourth, and stolen base and advancing to third on the air, as Kautzer will be credited with a stolen base and advance on a throwing error by the catcher. That is now the third error committed by the Dons in this contest. And an 0-1 count on Kane Tofar. And pitch upstairs. And next pitch, just low and outside. Ball 2. 2-1 is the count. And the windup in the pitch. Strike right down Main Street for Sommer. 2-2 count. And the windup and the pitch. And a call, strike 3. And that's a Jamie Wenzel strikeout. And for all your restoration, call Jamie Wenzel at Surf Pro for the #1 choice of cleanup and restoration. Surf Pro like it never happened. And bringing up will be Lamovic as a fly ball to deep left and off the wall. Run will score as Kautzer comes in to score, and a stand-up double for Kane Tofar as Kane gets an RBI double. That's the third double by the Loyal Greyhounds in this contest and puts them up 10-0. That was a heck of a shot by Kane. Bouncing to the base of the fence out there in left field. And first pitch comes into Lamovic for a call strike. As Rhett is 2 for 3 today with a stolen base and scored twice. As Loyal has brought their hitting shoes and bats and everything to this contest. As ground ball over the middle, bouncer to second, throw over to first to Mack in time. As he drops it, I thought he had it there. He was nonchalant, and it's an error on the first baseman. And going to third was Tofar. As Columbus is just not their self in this contest. As if I'm not mistaken, if a loss here would be the first back-to-back loss for the Tigers or for the Dons this year. And a call strike. 1-1 count on Colton Sandelier, the DH, who's 1 for 2 and scored twice for the Greyhounds. And Tofar, Lamovic on the run, gets a stolen base, and staying at third was Tofar. So it's second stolen base today by Lamovic. Now 2 runners in scoring position. And these 2 teams will meet again on Monday. And a swing and a miss. And that is a Jamie Wenzel Serve Pro strikeout. Call Jamie Wenzel for all your cleanup and restoration. Serve Pro like it never happened. And Hunter Walter now up. And Hunter's 0 for 2 and scored back in the 4th inning. And next pitch, high and outside. Ball 2. That was the 3rd strikeout of the contest for Sommer. And next pitch comes in tight and inside. And 3-0 count. First base is open. Runners at second and third for the Greyhounds here in the top of the 5th inning. From the stretch, and the pitch, and foul back. And 1 down here for the Greyhounds. As they try to pick off, but the ball's not in play until now off that foul ball as he steps on the rubber. Now the ball is in play. And fouled it back. And count remains 3-2. And the pitch. And a call strike. As Shields goes down. But they come up, Loyal comes up with 1 run on 1 hit and 2 hits and 1 error. And 2 men left. And after 4.5 innings of play, it's the Loyal Greyhounds 10. And the Columbus Catholic Dons, nothing. And you're watching Clover Bell Conference Baseball here on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
After a couple years of this, it's time for more money, more opportunity. That's where Midstate Technical College comes in. Got a passion for helping people? Maybe you like cars. Are you into science? Are you good with computers? No matter your path, we've got cutting-edge classes with field-trained professionals and better tuition options. Stop getting by and level up today.
Hi, I'm Josh Marks, owner of Infinity Exteriors. 9 out of 10 brand new roofs can't pass a simple manufacturer warranty inspection, meaning 9 out of 10 brand new roofs have no warranty. Infinity operates on principles instilled in my Marine Corps service: honor, courage, and commitment. Infinity is meticulous craftsmanship, unbeatable quality, and always at the best price. Infinity buys more, pays less, passing those savings directly to you. We're booking new roofs, siding, and windows. Call today.
And we're back here at Safford Field in Marshfield. Felker Brothers of Marshfield, a leading manufacturer of stainless steel products. Congratulations, student athletes across central Wisconsin, on your accomplishments both on and off the courts and fields. Best of luck this season from Felker Brothers of Marshfield. And coming up at the end of the game will be our Nasonville Dairy postgame show, as we are in the bottom of the 5th inning here. And Loyal leading 10-0 as the first pitch comes in from Andy Pekovsik. Low, ball 1. If Columbus does not score here in the bottom of the 5th inning, that will be the end of our contest as the 10-run rule. And call strike to Rocco Maher. Rocco has an infield hit back in the second inning, as the Dons have only had 2 hits today. As Andy has pitched pretty much a good gem, and actually 3 double plays. The defense has gotten him out of trouble. And time is called. So out of 4 innings, the Greyhounds have had 3 double plays. And the windup and the pitch. And down low. 3-1 count. Now in the third baseman, Rocco Maher. From the windup and the pitch. And ball 4. And that is just the first walk by Andy in this contest. And as one of the coaches go out to talk to Andy here. And coming up will be Brock Whelan. And Brock has gotten on by a fielder's choice. As the whole team groups up on the mound out there. As I mentioned, Columbus will be in action on Monday when they travel to play this same Loyal Ball Club. And then on Tuesday, they're at Gilman. And Thursday, they're at home against Gilman. And then on Friday, they will travel to Neillsville to take on the Neillsville-Granton Warriors, as Columbus lost last Tuesday to the Neillsville-Granton team 6-2. And now coming into pitch is number 2. Thank you. Colton Sandelier will now come in. Colton was the DH, and he will now come in and pitch. For the Loyal Greyhounds. As he's warming up here, 10-0 lead, runner at first. As Andy pitching a fine ball game, pitching 4 innings. And let's see, giving up 2 hits and striking out 2 and walking 1. Real good pitching performance, and he hit 1 batter. Fine pitching performance by Andy Petkovsek. Sandelier. First pitch to Brock Whelan is a call strike on the outside corner. And the next pitch. Ground ball to third. And safe at second. As Maher got a great jump on that. It'll be a fielder's choice for Whelan. And so now, instead of getting the first out at first base, Loyal has a situation now of having runners at first and second with nobody out. And coming up now is Daxton Wenzel, the second baseman. He grounded out to the second baseman in a double play back in the second inning. As an attempted bunt by Wenzel, the third baseman was charging on that. Sandelier from, and a call strike right at the knees on the outside corner. As Sandelier paints the corner. And following it back is Daxton Wenzel. And the count now 1-2. As the Dons are in the bottom of their order. Wenzel, the number 7 hitter in the lineup. And a breaking ball outside. 2-2 count with nobody down here in the bottom of the 5th inning. And Loyal up 10-0. And the next pitch upstairs. Ball. 3-2 count. From the stretch and the pitch. And outside. And a walk. And gets away and hustling over to is Trin Shield. And now bases loaded with nobody out. So corners are up. Second and short, playing back for the double play. And fouling it off is Vikram Sinha as he has grounded to the shortstop back in the 3rd inning. With Drew Lang on deck. From the stretch. And the pitch. And just inside. And that fastball from Sandelier makes the count 1-1 to Sinha. The number 9 or 8 hitter. And fouling off is out to right field, and throw and a sacrifice fly as Vikram Sinha gets one far enough. And for out number 1, and a run scores as the Dons get their first run as Maher scores from 3rd. As I thought that ball was going to head foul, but the way the sky is right now, it's hard to follow that baseball. And pitch upstairs and going to second. On the stolen base is Wenzel. So runners now at 2nd and 3rd for the Dons here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Sandelier from the stretch. And fouled out of play as Drew Lang works the count to 1-1 with 1 down here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Sandelier likes the pitch from the stretch. And a swing and a miss. Strike 2 as a fastball up high. As Sandelier from the stretch gets the sign from Becker and the pitch. And a breaking ball, strike 3. As Sandelier picks up his first strikeout and the second out of the inning for the Dons. Bringing up Carson Eckes, the shortstop. Carson started the ball game as the starting pitcher for the Dons. Carson in the leadoff spot has singled and struck out. Back in the 3rd inning. Sandelier looking into Becker. Gets the sign from the stretch and the pitch. And a ground ball, one hopper to second as Kautzer takes it, throws it over to first to Walter for out number 3. But the Dons come up with 1 run on no hits, no errors, and 2 men left on base. So after 5 complete innings of play, it's the Loyal Greyhounds 10 and the Columbus Catholic Dons 1. And you're watching Clover Belt Conference Baseball on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
Hiller's True Value in Marshfield, Central Wisconsin's Milwaukee Tool Destination Center. The tools you trust from the people you can depend on. Shop the store within a store and find what you're looking for.
That's what I was looking for. That's what I was looking for. Now that's what I was looking for.
Looks like you found what you're looking for.
We redesigned our store to offer the biggest selection of Milwaukee tools.
A selection so big you'll need a map to find your way out.
Hiller's True Value in Marshfield, Central Wisconsin's Milwaukee Tool Destination Center.
Are you tired of being a boring old tree, bird, or mythical war hero? Find the right job for you at Express Employment. Stop today and discuss positions that fit your abilities and qualifications, leading you to the perfect job. Always local, always strategically selected to match your skill set with local employers. There's a perfect job out there. Let Express Employment professionals help you find it. In Wausau, Stevens Point, Medford, and Marshfield. Find jobs and apply online at expresspros.com.
And leading off for the Loyal Greyhounds here in the top of the sixth inning, leading 10-1, is John Zviriks, as he is 2 for 2 on the day with a RBI single and an RBI double back in the fourth inning when they had that big 5-run inning, as he hit one right in the left center field power alley. So great day. And a call strike on the inside corner. He has been on base all 3 times. He walked in the second, base hit and a stolen base in the third, and a double in the fourth. As he fouls pitch off. It's 3-1 now. And the pitch by Summer is called a strike for strike 2. From the stretch, and a shot back to the mound as Sommer knocks it down, throws over to first for out number 1. That's the thing on this turf. If you hit one on the turf, it comes back to you very fast, and you got to be ready out there to field that ball. As Andy Petkovsik now batting. Oh, correction. We have number 13 batting here now. Let's see. That would be Talon Fallon, who's a senior for the Loyal Greyhounds. And time is up with a 1-2 count to Talon Fallon, making his first appearance at the plate today. And a swing and a miss for out number 2. As Sommer has 5 strikeouts in this contest. It was the fourth inning that was a bad one for him, as he came into the contest and walked 4 batters and gave up 2 doubles in that fourth inning. Ground ball to third. Maher over to, and bad throw. And a throwing error on the third baseman. It was a routine ground ball of 1 hopper. And that is now the 5th error by the Dons today. And the first pitch comes into the leadoff hitter, Andy Kautzer, for ball 1. Sommer looks over at first. Short lead. at first. Next pitch, high to Adam for ball 2. Adam on the day, 1 for 2 with a strikeout, walked twice, base hit in the 5th, and he has a stolen base also in this contest. So that's what you want off your leadoff hitter, is him to get on base, as he's been on base 3 times today. And next pitch, ball 4. We'll make it 4 times. And advances Ashbeck over to second. So runners at first and second now for the Greyhounds with 2 outs in the top of the 6th inning. And Loyal leading 10-1. Sommer with the pitch. And one hopper right at the second baseman and another error. Routine ground ball. In fact, Wenzel didn't have to move that far, and it's an error on the second baseman. And a run scores. So everything with 2 outs here in the top of the 6th inning. And 2 errors has helped Loyal get a run in and give them a 10-run lead now here in the top of the 6th inning. That's 3 errors just in the last 2 innings here by the Dons. Not a typical Don day for Coach Krassel's ball club today. I hope he doesn't think I'm a jinx, because one of the other losses that they have this year was when I did their ball game over at Wisconsin Rapids against Edgar on the season opener. And but yeah, Dons just have not looked themselves today. And a call strike. And 2-2 count now to Lamovic, as he is 2 for 4 today. Scored twice. Single in the 1st and a single in the 4th. And reached on an error in the 5th. And a call, strike 3. But the Greyhounds pick up 1 run on 2 errors and no hits, and left 2 men on. So after 5.5 innings of play, it's the Loyal Greyhounds 11 and the Columbus Catholic Dons 1. And you're watching Cloverbell Conference action here on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
At Ridgetop, we are your trusted, local, affordable exterior renovations expert. Isn't that right, Bo?
Exactly, especially when we are working on someone's biggest investment.
Can you give us an example, Bo?
Well, there was this house. We replaced the roofing, siding, and windows. Then they left a 5-star review.
One of our thousands of 5-star reviews?
Exactly.
For your free, no obligation estimate, call us today or go to ridgetopexteriors.com.
With more winter snow on the way, make your way to Chili Implement. Chili Implement, located conveniently between Marshfield and Chili, just north of Highway 10, is ready to help you make snow removal easier. Visit Chili Implement and see how their complete selection of Kubota and Cub Cadet snow removal machines will simplify your winter. Chili Implement open Monday through Saturday for sales, service, and parts. Chili Implement will also help you finance your next purchase. You can also see more at chiliimplement.com.
And we're back here at Safford Field as the Loyal Greyhounds lead 11-1 here in the bottom of the 6th inning. And leading off will be the first baseman, Mac Konieczny, as Mac has been hit by a pitch in the 1st and got on by an error by the 3rd baseman back in the 4th. And a bouncer back to Sandelier at pitching position, and Sandelier kind of runs it over, tosses it over to Hunter Walter for out number 1. Bringing up Carter Summer, who started at short and came in to pitch in the 4th inning. And he has pitched the 4th, 5th, and 6th inning and has given up 7 runs. And the first pitch to Carter Summer is a call strike. Carter has flown out to the center fielder and popped out to the first baseman back in the 4th inning. Sandelier with a breaking ball, just missing for ball 1. As a victory here by Loyal would give them an 8-game winning streak and put them at 8-0 on the season. A call strike on a breaking ball by Sandelier makes the count 1-2 with 1 down here in the bottom of the 6th inning for the Columbus Catholic Dons, trailing 11-1. Sandelier working out of the stretch, and a ground ball down the third base side, and it's foul. Scooped up there by Kane Tolfar. Sandelier gets the sign. And the pitch. And way outside. Pulled in nicely by Trin. Sandelier taking his time, gets the sign, and the pitch. And knocked away, and picked up there by Trin Shell. And working the count to 3-2 for Carter Summer. And the pitch. And a call, strike 3. As Sandelier picks up his 2nd strikeout of the contest. And bringing up the catcher, Ray Becker, as Ray has hit into a double play in the 1st inning and a double play in the 4th inning. Right to the shortstop. And a call strike right at the letters to Ray Becker. As we'll be talking to head coach Randy Montalvo and a player of the game. And a swing and a miss by Ray Becker. As Loyal with a very comfortable 11-1 lead here with 2 down in the bottom of the 6th inning. And pitch outside by Sandelier. Loyal doesn't usually see a lot of this of turf infield, and they played quite well off it today. And pitch upstairs. As Columbus, actually they played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They played 6 games down on the Woodside Sports Complex down in Boston, and played very well on it. And a ground ball to short. Scooped up. And throw over to first for out number 3 as the Loyal Greyhounds pick up the win with an 11-1 victory over the Columbus Catholic Dons and move their record now to 8-0 overall on the season and 5-0 in conference, and tied with Neillsville Granton team for first place in the in the Clover Belt Conference. And so these 2 teams will meet again on Monday, and it may be a different story then, but most likely you'll see Matt Konechny throwing on Monday against Loyal. I'm not sure who they'll bring back. Maybe Sandelier will start for the Loyal Greyhounds, but the Loyal fans very happy with this victory over the Columbus Catholic Dons, and Columbus Catholic Dons now move to 3-3 in conference and 9-4 overall. So We're going to be right back. Coming up is the Nasonville Dairy Postgame Show. Nasonville Dairy with fresh cheese curds made daily. Get your cheese curds, Nasonville Dairy in Marshfield, Curtis, or NasonvilleDairy.com. And we'll be back in just a bit. And it's been brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. Nasonville Dairy actually goes back to 1885. We are the oldest plant in Wood County. When our father brought us here in the early 1960s, we ran 7,500 pounds of milk a day. We now run 1.8 million pounds of milk a day. We buy dairy milk from 200 dairy farmers here in central Wisconsin, produce it, and ship it all over the world. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fure, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cafflatiri, Caffla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. This has allowed us to go to a lot of different countries. Our furthest accounts are now in China, Japan, Canada, Saudi Arabia. We do ship to Mexico, as well as a number of other places throughout the world. This is what we call Cheese Making 101. We tried to walk you through the cheese plant today, and we're in hopes that you see our people, what they're doing, and the amount of work that goes into producing the products that we hope you enjoy. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fure, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cafflatiri, Caffla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you. Huh? Oh, he's running?
He'll be back.
Okay.
I got a good side of the bed.
We'll go over on this side.
All right.
We're back here at Safford Field for the Nasonville Dairy's postgame show, and a great, impressive win today by the Loyal Greyhounds. And with me is Randy Montalvo, the head coach of the Loyal Greyhounds. And Randy, just an outstanding job. I mean, if you look at the not just the hitting of your ball club today with 9 hits, 2 big key doubles there, back-to-back doubles. The walks, you took advantage of the walks that they had given you and came up with the big hits and put I would have figured a closer ball game than what we had, an 11-1 victory, a very impressive ball club of Columbus. And I know this is the second time I've had them, and but I've seen tapes and everything, and they're a good ball club. They're defending conference champions, and the thing is, your club today was just outstanding.
Yeah, we do work on getting deep into our counts and then at bats, and we pride ourselves. In fact, we started the season off with very little strikeouts. So obviously their pitching staff is pretty good. We do like deep counts. We rarely swing at the first pitch. So for us to be able to do that, and then they did have a lot of strikeouts on their part for their pitching, but it's something we need to work on. I think the problem is with everybody, so it's not an excuse, but we've been running out. We talked about it before the game. I mean, with all the rain and the delays, we started off really sharp, and then we had we went days, without playing. Now we got to get in the swing of things because the weather should break and we should be playing 3, 4, or 5 games a week, and I think with that comes back more to rhythm. But you're right, I think our hitting, we do have a pretty stout lineup from top to bottom. I think we're pretty deep in that regards, and it doesn't matter if our 9 batter is at the plate or our leadoff. I mean, we keep it going. In fact, our bottom of the order the last couple of games have really came up big for us. So yeah.
Actually, and you look at, the start of this game, the first 3 were actually in the contest, 3 double plays. I mean, that's unheard of by a high school team. With 3 double plays, I mean, your defense was just outstanding today.
Yeah, we've been turning double plays like crazy. I think we had 4 in one game earlier, and Dean Bogdanovich was saying, that's got to be a school record. And we only played 5 innings. Yeah, so exactly. It's like, it seemed like every inning we were turning double plays. But we got to stay with that. It's good. We had some situations where we dropped the ball, but I mean, it's high school baseball, to be expected. But what happens when we make a mistake? That's what I keep preaching to the kids. It's, you make a mistake, who's going to step up? We got to cover each other. We got to have each other's back. One guy makes a mistake, next guy, let's go. So we had some base running mistakes.
Yep.
And again, a lot of it's not playing, not getting in a rhythm. But when we make a base running mistake, next thing you know, guy gets a base hit, we score a run. Should it have been 2? Yeah, but at least somebody picked each other up. And that's base, and that's any team sport. So I'm proud of the guys. We're young too. We only have 2 seniors. Yes. We have 3. Seth wasn't here today, but we have two seniors, and the future looks good as long as they keep getting better. That's the one thing we said. We got some things that we need to work on, and at practice we cannot be lackadaisical. We got to be focused, especially when we can get outside. So we're looking forward to the season and moving forward and playing a lot of ball. Hopefully
and this gentleman right here, he had an outstanding job today, pitching-wise. He was around the plate all day. Only had a couple strikeouts and 1 walk, but he did a nice job of setting these Columbus Dons down.
Right, absolutely. And with the defense we have, we're proud of our defense. We work a lot on it. We work a lot on fielding. They're always getting barked at, him included. He plays third base when he's not pitching, and he can shut her down there too. So he put a lot of time in and working with technique and fielding. For us in Loyal, I mean, I do instruction. I don't know what other coaches do, but I do a lot of instruction, whether they want to hear it or not. If they do something wrong, they're gonna hear it from me.
So you're coming up now with Columbus again on Monday now, and I don't know who you're going to throw.
Probably Rat.
But you're going to face them one more time, and right now you're tied in conference with Neillsville Grant, and so it's going to be tooth and nail right down to the end.
Yes, especially with all the games we got to play. So We're fortunate. We're in a good position. We do have some, more pitching than most. So we're in a good position to be in. And when sophomores like this step up to the plate and make have a good performance, that makes life easier for us.
Exactly. Randy, thanks for stopping by. Good luck the rest of the season. And Andy, come on. Well, I'm not done with you yet. All right, Andy, great job today, Andy. Of pitching wise, you pitched came and pitched 3 innings today, but you did a great job. Actually, 4 innings you pitched today, and but you only faced 9, 10, 11, 12, maybe 13 batters the whole time. Yeah. I mean, you were consistent right around the plate all day long.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, I just try to get in the zone. I mean, work through everything. I definitely could have done it without my team. I mean, they turned 3 double plays.
Right.
My team did all the work. I mean, I can't take any of the credit. I just pitched some ground balls. So.
And of course, the support you had hitting wise today, come up with the big hits.
Oh,
also,
absolutely.
2 big innings
Absolutely. Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Outstanding season. You guys are now 8-0 on the season,
Yep.
and tied for the conference, and it's a great thing for Loyal baseball.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so we're just hoping to keep going and working hard. We're always putting in the work.
All right. So I don't know if you've ever done this. We're going to put you in the house, and what we do is I'm going to give you the microphone. I'm going to count you down. You tell who you are and say, "I'm in the house."
All right. 3, 2, 1. My name is Andy Pekoshik, and I'm in the house.
Thanks, Andy. Good luck for the rest of the season.
Thank you.
Again, a great win by the Loyal Greyhounds today as they defeated the Columbus Catholic Dons 11-1. And now Loyal tied with the Neillsville Granton Bulldogs for first place in the Clover Belt Conference. And so we're going to be back. Ruthie and I are going to be back on Monday across the street here for softball. And so, again, congratulations to the Loyal Greyhounds tonight or this afternoon for a great ball game as they defeat the Columbus Dons 11-1 in a 6-inning ball game. For Ruth, I'm Mike Steinwagner.